Netflix, Spotify, Calm, Amazon Prime, Apple, Notion, even your journaling app. The average person now spends over $200 a month on subscriptions, and most underestimate that number by nearly double. We didn't mean to subscribe our way into dependence, but here we are renting our peace in monthly auto renewals. So why did we let it happen, and how did this model of convenience turn into quiet control?
You can subscribe to pretty much anything these days.
We've used artificial intelligence for a decade to really improve our algorithms for sensing.
Trick you into buying things or doing things online.
Can I take a photo?
Sure.
What if we had some extra motivation?
It's a meeting, a big meeting, and we've got no time to spare.
I've got so much going on, and sometimes things get lost in the shuffle.
So this exercise allows us to walk off the emotion.
There was a time when selling was obvious. Billboards yelling, commercials begging, deals shouting from shelves.
Want to tone your upper chest and arms? Thigh Master will give you excellent results. Thigh Master, we may not have been born with great legs, but now we can look like we were.
I recommend it and use it.
A TV ad promised abs in 30 days. A banner ad flashed limited time only in neon. It was loud, desperate, and easy to spot. But somewhere along the way, capitalism softened its voice, our instincts rewired, language was rebranded.
The mind is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes.
Now it whispers, you deserve this. You earned this. Protect your peace. And we listen because life is heavy. And that voice sounds like help.
Background spending, right? This idea that this is spending that you're doing now without even thinking about it.
This is the trick. Peace became a service, joy a subscription, convenience a monthly charge. And we kept reaching for it, not because we were naive, but because it actually worked just enough. The same machine that burnt you out, scrolling, hustling, overextending, now wants to be your healer too. Selling you a meditation, a focus playlist, a deep sleep tea, selling you back the hours it took at $9.99 a month. The model was built on flexibility and affordability, but it evolved into emotional dependency. Now it's not just entertainment and convenience. It's focus, productivity, and wellness. Everything soft, gentle, and restorative is packed for sale. One tap at a time.
Dark patterns claim that the FTC is making about Amazon, that they make it way too easy to accidentally sign up and way too hard to cancel on purpose.
Dark patterns are working. Most of us get locked in more subscriptions than we can name. Apps intentionally make canceling difficult, a tactic designed to create friction and keep you tethered.
Practices they use in order to make those bases stable are going to be under increased scrutiny.
The Federal Trade Commission, FTC, considers these manipulative designs to be deceptive and unfair, often leading to users sharing more data or spending more money than intended. A 2024 global review found 76% of online platforms use at least one of these patterns, and 2/3 use more than one. These aren't bugs, they are features.
You can't put your finger on it, but you know you're spending money that you shouldn't be spending, but you either don't know how to stop the drip, 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 or you've forgotten.
And if you stop paying, your playlists vanish, your focus tools go dark, your sleep app locks, your sense of ease cut off at the billing cycle. We don't just consume anymore, we rent our relief.
To each their own, deciding exactly what benefit these apps are giving and these services are giving your life.
Self-care isn't just a personal choice anymore. It's a full-blown industry. Pre-built kits, branded healing routines, influencers showcasing their self-care habits for the camera.
Damaged skin barrier? Repair it.
It's hard to describe, like coming home, close to skin, true to you.
We're not just buying stuff, we're buying a version of ourselves we hope feels better. Think Glossier, you but better. Or The Ordinary, minimalist, scientific, emotionally detached, but still promising control over your skin, your habits, and your life. This is soft capitalism in action. Care becomes content. Identity becomes inventory. And your emotional relief is sold in bundles. And for that, you'll need the starter pack. It's algorithm approved, showing up in muted colors, soothing captions, and eco-friendly packaging.
This is the Kosas concealer. I just love that it's like creamy and hydrating and leaves just this dewy finish on the skin.
The irony, the wellness economy is thriving. In 2020, it was worth $4.6 trillion. By the end of 2023, it hit $6.3 trillion. And by 2028, it's expected to climb to almost $9 trillion. That's more than pharmaceuticals, tourism, or tech. And the biggest drivers, aging populations, chronic illness, and widespread mental unwellness. But despite the growth, we're not calmer. We're just better at performing the ritual of wellness. Once brands sold solutions. Now they perform empathy. They know how to sound like a friend, a therapist, a safe space. They fake the whole we get you vibe. Not to relate, but to win your trust and sell you more stuff. You're not just a customer. You're a character in their campaign.
Do it, do it, do it now. Spritz it good. Rub it on your body just like you should.
These brands don't barge in. They blend in. A caption that reads like comfort, a slogan that feels like a boundary affirmation, language borrowed from therapy and repackaged to move products.
Dove has apologized for a controversial ad. Critics said it was racist because it showed a black woman transforming into a white woman, suggesting that black skin is dirty and white skin is clean.
Take Dove, the brand that tells you to love your body while its parent company sells whitening creams in parts of Asia and Africa. Or Alo Yoga, with its mindfulness mantra and its toxic workplace culture allegations and its exclusivity in influencer marketing. It's not contradiction, because in soft capitalism, emotional truth is just another filter and branding doesn't reflect your values. It rehearses them until they sell. Not everything labeled healing is here to help. And not every stand a brand takes is about values. Burnout isn't just a side effect anymore, it's a business model. The same forces that exhaust you also offer the fix. Mindfulness apps, wellness retreats, productivity tools. Even protest gets monetized.
Here's how Nike learned from its past to turn an emotional national conversation into dollars. This isn't the first time Nike made a social statement in an ad. The brand has historically taken a stand on issues, and it's almost always resulted in a rise in sales.
Kaepernick's Take a Knee and Nike built a campaign. Ben & Jerry's support for the George Floyd protests boosts brand loyalty.
60% of consumers said they would be more likely to consider a brand that's aligned with their own views.
Zara and H&M launched conscious collections, fast fashion rebranded with soft greens and sustainability tags.
Terms like conscious and ecologically grown are hard to fact-check, as well as confusing for the consumer. But according to the nonprofit Textile Exchange, in 2016, H&M was the second largest user of organic cotton in the world. Zara was the fourth.
Soft capitalism doesn't yell. It doesn't even try to convince you. It just watches quietly and figures out what hurts. Then it slips in with something that looks like comfort. Feeling off? Here's a notification. Overwhelmed? Try this app. Stressed? Buy Calm in a bottle. Download Ease for $4.99 a month. It's not a hard sell. It's an emotional nudge wrapped in a design that feels like help. And weirdly, it works. Not in a life-changing way, just enough to keep you coming back. So you optimize your day, track your mood, clean your inbox, not because you feel better, because you want to feel in control of a system that's quietly shaping you.
All the data points about us does give us a sense of control. And I think that sense of control fails when we realize that we don't know how to correct that. You are actually setting yourself up for a healthy lifestyle. Everything else is more or less an intervention that is trying to correct a problem because these have not been properly observed.
Eventually, you don't notice when your journal becomes a data stream. Your sleep becomes a dashboard. Your feelings turn into insights for someone else's profit. The algorithm doesn't follow your behavior. It coaches your identity. TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, they don't just reflect your mood, they shape it until even your quiet time is part of the content cycle. So what do we do with this? No shame, just awareness. Because if your rest, your joy, and even your beliefs are sold back to you, what's left that's truly yours? Maybe it's the moments that can't be measured, the joys that aren't optimized, the choices that aren't designed to convert. That's where something real might still live. Let me know in the comments below what brand got you, what felt real until it didn't. Unplug when you can. The algorithm will be fine without you. Thanks for watching.